Settle it in Smash!
We'll never get sick of that intro. Alright, welcome one and welcome all back to Amiibo Fight Night Ultimate. I am your host and commissioner, Inferno. Along with me is my co-host, Zero.
No.
Well, one of my co-hosts, but he's definitely one of the main co-hosts. The co-host and all co-host. I don't know where I'm going with this. Look, when you have a myriad of technical issues plague you before the stream even starts, you tend to go a bit insane.
But hey, insanity is the new normal.
Oh, look at Twitter. Oh, anyway, this is gonna be a packy night indeed. This is the final stop on our road to our next free review, Soul Survivors. I personally can't wait. I've been planning this stuff for months and months.
And I am eager to see what you have in store for us.
You mean besides the squad strike match and all that, and our championship matches?
Yep.
Well, just remember, Zero. Apparently, the whole audience's wishes will be fulfilled. As remember that Dr. Mario's medical license is on the line that night, so that's going to be a real interesting sight to see.
Yes, it will be.
Anyway, thankfully though, thankfully my match card was finalized. If you see, I tried to do this at work, I couldn't. So while alright. Got them right here. Alright, Zero, what is our first match of the night?
First up, we have everyone's favorite ninja, Sheik, versus everyone's favorite space police, Zero Suit Samus.
Which for some reason is still a separate character from Samus, even though they're technically the same goddamn person.
I'm starting to wonder, does the suit have a mind of its own in this arena?
The funny thing is, that's the thing that happens in Metroid Fusion.
You're kidding, right?
Okay, well, I'll get the match started, I'll explain. And, let's go. Like always, I choose random for the arenas, except when I'm feeling different. Oh, and by the way, gotta ring that bell. I love how it chose Gerudo Valley. And I'm pretty sure I'm hearing the remix version. That's a good sign. Anyway, so to explain to you, Zero, in Metroid Fusion, Samus comes into contact with this gelatinous sentient parasite called the X-Virus. This thing infects her suit, and as a result, it gains a mind of its own while being able to control the suit. Because the X-Virus can copy anything from whether it's bioorganic, or mechanical.
Uh-huh.
And so the suit literally has a mind of its own.
So the X-Virus is powering the suit in the Smash universe.
that would be a twist.
I'm going with that.
Anyway, this night's once again action-packed. It's unpredictable, and of course, it's very jumpy.
Yep. Jumpy, jumpy, dance, dance.
Jumpy, jumpy, dance. Why does that sound like a Japanese rhythm game? Like that you'd see in the arcades.
For all we know, it is.
It's like jumpy, jumpy, dance, dance, or something like that. I don't even know. They have crazier commercials than we do. Hey, you know I'm right.
I do know you're right.
You ever seen the Sakura gummy commercials?
The what?
The Sakura gummies?
Yeah, I think I did one.
It has that freaking long man fanfare at the end of it.
Ah.
Anyway, so far it seems that these two ladies aren't as rusty as I thought they were gonna be.
Oh god. Now I just realized. I wonder how rusty my amiibos after having been away in a box for.
Bro, you need to get the rust out of the joints. Just stick them into a chamber for 20 minutes and see how they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend all of tomorrow letting them beat the crap out of each other.
Speaking of amiibos, actually, if my memory serves correct, we're actually getting the new wave on the 15th.
Isn't that when Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out?
Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, you bet your Skippy. So that's gonna be quite a very Nintendo-esque day. So yeah, this latest wave is gonna be Chrom, Incineroar, and if I remember right, Simon Belmont. Which means we're finally gonna be getting a Belmont on these streams.
Finally.
Oh, and hey, don't forget Chrom. We're finally gonna be completing the Fire Emblem part of it. At least if I'm counting right.
Yep. Unless you count the fact that you still don't have a female Robin anymore.
Well, there just in general doesn't exist one. I mean, some guy on YouTube did custom make one, but unfortunately there's no way to buy that off of him.
True.
Now, you see, if someone did custom make that, and they were like selling those on Etsy or some other online shop, I'd definitely get one. Because if Nintendo ain't gonna make it, might as well get it from someone who will.
In Funnel, we have a network error.
We have a what?
Network error.
What do you mean we haven't? I'm seeing feed just fine. What's up?
Hold on, I'm trying. Oh.
Is that just you?
Apparently, my Twitch just decided to give up.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing the feed just fine. The guy, and I'm reporting no drop frames, thankfully.
Yeah.
So I think it's just your ISP being a derp again.
Yep.
Although, does that really surprise you?
Kind of.
Really? Is it normally pretty stupid?
No, it's not stupid at all. That's why it surprised me that it decided to do this.
No, I'm seeing things just fine, thankfully.
Yeah. After refreshing the page, I'm seeing it fine again.
Live tech issues with 0. Granted, a lot of live streams are just like, it's usually sometimes half tech issues, half things go fine. I don't know. Can only really be two halves. Okay, it's part tech issues, part things go well, part this is going too well. Sometimes it's a tech issue here and there, maybe not. It all depends on the night.
So basically, live feed. Either shit happens or nothing amusing happens at all.
Either stuff happens or stuff happens. It depends on how you say it.
And the real thing is, I'm currently connected to an Ethernet cable.
That's the even weirder part then. Good God.
Yep.
How are these two still tied? They have less than a minute left to finish the match, or else we're gonna go into sudden death.
Well, one is a ninja and one is a police officer from space.
Well, she's a bounty hunter technically. I mean, she used to be part of the Galactic Federation, but left. I mean, okay, she used to be part of the Galactic Federation in her younger days. I should more stress. At least that was the backstory gone over in Metroid Other M.
I would like to point out, does she ever actually show signs of aging?
You forget the kind of IP this is. There's not really a clear timeline in Metroid, but the thing is that she aged, but she aged from like moody teenager to adult, if other M is anything to go by. And you're trying to think of this in a very Nintendo-esque property where aging is kind of a weird thing. And are we gonna get a last-minute ditch effort? Oh no! Just too late. Oh, ouch.
Ooh. And the bounty hunter loses.
With a swift kick to the nads, it's just like, or the lady nads.
Well, at least they're both female.
Yeah. Can't believe it. First match of the night, we had to decide to be a sudden death. This is why it implemented a time limit. Because of stuff like this.
Yep.
Every freaking time with these things, I swear. You know what? I should bring my table of destiny even closer. Yeah, the shelf of fate and the table of destiny. Alright, come here, you. Alright, there we go. Now my table's a lot closer. Alright, so let's see. Where did I put these things? Uh-huh. Alright, our next match of the night, 0.
Our next match of the night consists of everyone's favorite, the emo teenage adult with a sword that obviously complicates for something.
Cloud. Just say Cloud.
And then we have the hero of time, Toon Link.
Actually, hero of the winds.
Hero of the wind, Toon Link.
And also, stupid train passing by my place again.
Get off my lawn, you stupid train!
If the train were on the lawn, I'd be real freaking concerned.
Get off my backyard, you stupid train!
Get off! You're darn dirty. What are we doing?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyway, why did I think of this match simple? Because swords. Also, I forgot this. There we go.
What?
The bell. I gotta ring the bell.
Did you know I never hear the bell?
Because I still don't know how to get a Gokom's here. Because I never found a concrete answer. Which is dumb. Why can't I find a concrete answer?
Okay, that was weird.
What's up?
Your voice went all staticky, and then, shit started lagging horribly.
It sounds like a Twitch thing. Because again, I'm looking at the metrics and it's all fine. It seems like everything today's having a myriad of issues.
Yeah.
Like we got public transit just having issues in general today. We got
Public transit?
oh yeah, no, public transit today was bad.
How bad?
People getting back late, including me. Kind of bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man.
2 minutes in, right? The match still 7 minutes long.
Yeah, 7 minutes.
2 minutes in, and someone finally lost their stop.
Yeah, you know how these guys are. Again, this is why I'm just saying it's like moon shoes with these people. It's like moon shoes, you know?
Yep. By the way, my bedroom floor is hardwood, which means if I was insane enough and bored enough, I could try to learn how to moonwalk.
Just freaking reenact that one Dante scene from DMC5.
You know how many times? You know what's the sad thing? I have a fedora.
Let me guess, because he wanted to reenact the scene.
No, I had this fedora. I bought a fedora because of coming with a devil.
I feel like a lot of people did. Speaking of which, I've watched even more of X8, and I'm just like, this thing is like 45 episodes. I'm already getting pretty close, like to let's just say another certain rider came in, he's all green and overpowered, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, you know where I'm at.
Yep.
Also, I probably might jinx Cloud by saying this, but are we gonna get a clean sweep in this match? Saying that I probably just jinxed him, but what do I care? I'm just the commish. I'm the commissioner.
Yeah, you're also the one that likes to pay.
Wait, they get paid? If anything, I'm the one getting it because like I take their Smash coins every time I go to the Amiibo menu. At least a little they get anyway. I feel like they nerfed that in this game.
They're supposed to get paid, but with all the fees that we have to take out of the paycheck, you know.
Why do you gotta hit so close to home that way? Why do you gotta do that, Zero? You know how much that sucks.
Yes, I do know.
Oh man.
In the end, all the paychecks are lost is $1.
$1.
Yep. Except for the current champion, whose paycheck is like $100 because you know.
I legitimately thought you were gonna say 2.
Nope.
Also, it seems like, yep, Cloud just got jinxed.
And that's gonna leave a mark in the morning.
In the evening and the afternoon.
And the rest of the week.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Speaking of the champ, actually, he and his challenger are actually taking the night off.
Mm-hmm.
They're, well, okay, per se, from here, they're just both, like, you know, just pumping the iron over in the gym, getting ready for their match at Soul Survivors.
Wait, we repaired the gym after the last incident?
Like a month ago. Why?
Because last time I checked, the gym was still missing 3 of its 4 walls. And the ceiling.
Oh, silly Zero, you forget, you forget what I can do.
By the way, how does someone destroy adamantium ceilings?
Simple. So you see, here's a simple thing. You see, what had happened is that some meteor dropped from the sky. And it turns out that Veridi was trying really hard to rebuild her reset bomb factory. And we happened to get hit by a failed prototype.
That's adamantium! It's the thing that Wolverine...
Okay, adamantium versus god material. What's gonna win?
Good point.
Speaking of god material.
And the emo team.
Oh, okay, he's not there yet. This is FF7, Cloud. This is before like life kicked him even harder in the ass.
Okay, the pre-emo team.
I don't know. What do you think? Like, cause like, okay. Here's the thing, though. You gotta admit, Cloud's very like, you know, just angry state in Advent Children is super justified.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, come on. With all the crap he went through, like, you gotta admit, it's very justified.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, speaking of swordsmen, we just can't get enough of swordsmen today.
We have, in this corner, the Hero King himself, Maul! And in the other corner, the wielder of the Binding Blade, Roy!
Who is our boy, according to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
We have ourselves a melee flashback match right here. Because you gotta remember that these two are the only Fire Emblem representatives in Melee. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people picked them just because they looked cool. In fact, a lot of people picked this guy right here and happened to get Fire Emblem over here in this freaking country.
Yep.
So we thank you people who obsessed over Mark because he was a blue-haired anime sword boy.
Blue Hill anime sword boys. They always pull through in the end.
I mean, actually, you have a point. I was about to say, no wait, but no, the people with blue hair that lose are blue-haired anime girls. Because they always lose the race of love against the other love interest.
Except
Okay, she's like the sole exception.
Yep.
She's the sole exception, but others, I swear, just get so unlucky with it. I mean, poor Ichigo. She literally cannot compete with Zero Two. Because I'm talking about Darling in the Franxx. If you, I'm taking you've never seen that one.
Nope, not yet.
I mean, granted, you only really need to see up to a certain point and then stop because, like, the very last part of that arc gets so stupid. It's like, no wonder people want to drop it. And I don't blame them. I'm with them. Because, goddamn, those last few episodes sucked. It's like Game of Thrones Season 8.
Yeah, I just learned something I did not know.
I keep forgetting the damn bell! Oh, I swear. Anyway, so Zero, while we're actually here, might as well bring this up because of obvious reasons, but funnily enough, as I am, like, you know, doing the match card and playing this night, they dropped the news that Sakurai is doing that video presentation on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
So, I just gotta say, though, what do you think? Like, you think Sakurai is gonna continue that pattern and drop Terry that same day? Or do you think it's gonna be a Joker situation where it drops, like the next day?
I would think he's gonna drop it that same day.
I mean, he has been doing that ever since Hero.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't blame it either. And besides, it also comes with a patch 6.0.
You're that far into the patches?
Yeah, because every time a new DLC character comes out, they always like up the major number by 1. Oh, okay. Hi, Bella. Wow. Did you just come into the chat?
And how about you join us here in the voice chat? It's kind of lonely.
She just got here. She just got here.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, no. Convenient timing. Actually, get in here because I just started the discussion, and I don't want to have to repeat it too many times anyway. Oh man. Damn it, I got to pause that while we see the fact that Roy's actually winning. I thought that Marth would. Okay, you made quite an entrance.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that.
Camera girl NES, everybody.
Hello.
Please tell me you do not drink coffee in the morning. Or at all.
I don't even like coffee.
There's your answer. So anyway, for context, I was just beginning to discuss the fact that, ironically, on the same night that I'm doing one of these, that they dropped the news about Sakurai's presentation on Wednesday for Terry.
Yeah, I found that ironic too.
Do you think Sakurai did that on purpose?
Sakurai's just like, oh, so Inferno's planning more Amiibo fight night, isn't he? Well, it looks like I'll have to one-up him in the news.
Yeah. Like,
Daddy Sakurai sees all.
he does.
he's just sitting there in his golden throne of knowledge with 1,000 TVs around him. Sees that you are about to start a live stream and then says, I need to one-up this guy.
He literally dropped that an hour and a half ago. Like, if that ain't timing, I don't know what is. But
Also, I think the reason why I said Beat Beat Mama Sheep is because Reese tweeted out saying that she's playing Pixelmon, and she has Quilava, Mareep, and Centret, so she's going with her Johto team, and I responded with their names.
okay, so I was thinking, because we know Sakurai, and he's done this for the past 2 DLC characters. But do you think he's going to drop Terry that same day, or do you think it's going to be like Joker, where it was like the next day or 2?
I have no idea.
Because with it, it's going to be patch 6.0, which 14 players won't be saying for another 2 years.
I know, right?
But I'm Tish, thank you, and good night.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, and Zero's just like, we're already that far into the patches. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
Speaking of Joker, I want him to be on the next wave after this wave. Oh! And that evens it up.
Well then.
And now, it's the final countdown.
Ba-da-da-ba.
I don't even know if this is the right tune.
Close enough. Oh my god, now they're actually going. Are they actually starting to hit each other?
Really, I stopped playing the 2 for final countdown. Now they start hitting each other.
it's like, we must.
Were they just like jumping around each other? Oh god.
Now they're jumping at each other, actually slashing their swords. Now this I can get down with.
Don't you say that as they just jump through each other. Oh, nope, down. Okay.
They're just doing this. They're doing like side A. Oh my god, Roy's actually getting some ground here.
Don't you know?
Ew, he's getting some ground. Okay.
They're dancing, dude.
Whee! Oh, he's really close to hitting the ceiling. That charge. Wait, what just happened?
Whoa!
That's a blink it, miss it moment.
The Hero King himself has lost.
Looks like
Our boy is away.
looks like the hero at the Binding Blade does it, and in a very cool fashion. Wow.
If you look,
Thank you, String Coyote 5 for the follow. Oh my goodness, my freaking my freaking notifications don't go off quickly enough. Oh my god.
You really gotta fix that, dude.
It's I gotta fix the volume balance.
That too. I mean, I have the stream muted because, well, I don't want echo going on and messing with my head.
They're fine enough.
I could, if I had my phone connected to my Bluetooth right now, I would have it on the volume on my phone, but my headphones do not like when I have Bluetooth connected to more than one device.
Fair.
Oh, well then.
By the way, I already informed Inferno, but Snip, if you hear me coughing and or hacking up my lungs, do not get concerned.
He's been coughing. There's your answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of asking if he was sick, but
No, I'm literally just been having coughing attacks for the past couple of days or so.
I know that feeling. That's never fun.
Tis the
Ooh.
freaking season here in the East Coast, I swear.
Dude, it's the point where people are getting really sick now. Like, I wasn't really feeling the best yesterday because of my throat, but today my professor was just like, if you're sick, don't bring that anywhere near me.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a story I saw on iFunny. Also, I've already scanned him, but now it's my turn to say this. Anyway, so we're not done with the Fire Emblem parts yet. Ike is here, and he's going up against. Oh my God, Ganondorf is back after quite a long absence.
Why is Ganondorf named Hijack?
Because the plot of certain Zelda games tends to keep getting hijacked by him. Because you think it's another villain, but instead it's just, oh, look at that Ganondorf, LOL.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Looks at Twilight Princess.
Just, so, just for a little information on the true title, Ganondorf is the only male born to the Gerudo tribe a tribe of all females.
Every 100 years. How they managed to do that, I don't know. And Ike is part of one of the hardest to find games on the goddamn GameCube and Wii combined.
Ike is the wielder of the legendary sword Ragnar, and leader of a mercenary group.
The Grail Mercenaries.
Thank you.
Also, speaking of which, I said it before, but that said sword is a Zweihander, meaning it's two-handed, yet he wields it in one.
Yes, he also throws it.
So yeah, Ike's like, those muscles aren't for show. And by the way, even in his younger form, he still is strong enough to wield said sword in one hand. So the dude is strunk. To put it bluntly, he is strunk.
And something that I did not realize, despite the fact that I play Fire Emblem Heroes, apparently he has a seesaw.
Okay, so us, going back on the topic earlier of Sakurai, like, introducing, Fighter, Tom just posted this in the newsstand, from Nintendo Versus. During this live stream, there are no announcements regarding any unrevealed fighters, so,
I don't believe that for one bit. And I think you already know why. 'Cause it's Sakurai.
fair.
Look, Sakurai can say what he wants, but guess what? I'm only gonna half believe that. I mean, like, okay, maybe he's right, but at the same time, though, Sakurai loves to troll. Okay, then I get this match started before I forget to press the goddamn plus button.
I mean, none of us saw Joker coming, so...
Well,
Quite-
duh, but
Well-
do you know what his theme is?
Well, the battle theme, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, these two are powerhouses to be believed, so we'll see which powerhouse is more powerhousey. But, I mean, I'm sorry to bring this up, but, so it's like, Inferno, why'd you specifically bring up Twilight Princess? Because that's a game where it's probably the most guilty.
Yeah! I hate to say it, but, you're right.
That game's good. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it a lot, actually, more than some people would probably want me to. But Zant is the definition of missed potential.
He's a puppet.
Oh, unfortunately so. It's just like, guys, you should have had Ganondorf be the puppet. That would have been an amazing twist. Thanks for the host, Jenny.
Hi, sis. But, wait, okay, why does Ganondorf have to be in every single Zelda game in some way? It's like...
because they
if
like
Bowser was in
sticking...
every Mario game. Oh, wait, he is.
They like sticking with what quote-unquote works. Now, look, what works is like Mario vs. Bowser, because Mario games generally have no story except Bowser kidnaps Peach, go stop, LOL, the end. Zelda games are a hell of a lot more story-driven, I mean, especially compared to a Mario game. I know it's Nintendo, and Nintendo's not very story, but compared to Mario games, though, Zelda has always been way more story-focused.
Fair.
Especially in recent memory. I know in Breath of the Wild it's a bit different, but there's still a story here, and people need to stop saying that there isn't.
But hey,
There wasn't a story in Breath of the Wild.
Well, people don't say there's much of one, and I'm just like, you're kidding. It tells most of it through the land, people. You got. Don't you remember telling a story through the game?
Xenoblade?
Xenoblade does it pretty well.
Exactly!
Anyway, but when you think about it, there's perfectly good reason that they keep putting Ganondorf as our main bad villain in the game.
Recognition.
Because the person that Ganondorf is spawned from, what's his name?
Oh right, the whole demise thing. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
They had a very bad excuse for that. I mean, granted, that's just another black stain on Skyward Sword, and that's a whole other can of worms that I would rather not get into, because we'll be here all night hearing about how much I don't like it.
Oh my gosh.
Hot take.
Responded to that live stream tweet about no announcements regarding the fighters. She responds with, then why is it 45 minutes?
Terry probably has that much to go over.
So, quick question, Inferno. Relating to your hatred for Skyward Sword, if they remade it for the Nintendo Switch and improved it, would you buy it or not?
Oh god, no. I already played it once. I don't need to play it again.
And what about you?
What?
Oh, I'm coming to Smith.
Meh.
Look, look, I'd rather not talk about that game. Trust me, that will bring up a whole other can of worms. Point is,
Did you just...
here's my closing statement about it. If you like it, fine. I'll look at you weird, but fine. But I don't.
Wait, don't you look at everyone weird, or is that just me that you always are looking at weird?
Zero!
You say a lot of weird stuff, Zero. So
Okay, good point.
anyway, speaking of Ganondorf, it seems he's hijacking the match again because, I mean, just look at that live counter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
Ganondorf.
this is something I'm gonna say outright. I'm gonna give you a weird look if you say you never played Xenoblade Chronicles and you don't buy the definitive edition that's coming out.
Zero has played it like how many times now? Have you played it, Zero?
Let's see, the original one I played 4 times. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 I played at least 5 times. The Torna one I played 2 times.
So you play it's the first one 4 times, Xeno 2 5, and Torna twice.
Yep.
I think he's good.
I'm saying this for chat because I know people that have not freaking played the game, and I'm just like, definitive edition's coming out.
I mean, after definitive edition releases, though, there will literally be no excuse at that point because it's just like
Exactly!
almost everyone and their grandmas has a Switch at this point.
Like, I'm like, if you've never played Xenoblade Chronicles, you will have no more excuses when the definitive edition comes out because it's literally going to be $60. And
Oh,
Nintendo
God.
has learned not to make it limited copies.
Oh, look. Ganondorf is now down to 3 stars.
Well, at least Ike finally got in one. I mean, even if he loses, he still got in one. So Ganondorf now has to live with the fact that he didn't get a perfect win.
Rip.
Meanwhile, there's Ganondorf. Damn it, Carson, I did not get a clean sweep tonight. I'll have to try better for next time.
It's what you call a Pyrrhic victory.
My god.
It's a legitimate term. Oh, and since it's and by the way, to those who are not aware, or if you are, good. We won't be saying anything because we don't know who has. But Rooster Teeth did recently drop Ruby Volume 7, Episode 1. And needless to say, I'm a little mixed. I'm a little mixed, but hopefully it shows better promise later.
Don't you
Hey.
say nothing!
I'm not. I'm really not.
I'm just very, 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 very happy.
Don't say a thing. We're not discussing it now at all. I'm just saying that it has, just for a topic of discussion. Again, I'm just gonna say I'm a bit mixed.
I bet you know why I'm happy.
Oh, I know why you're happy. Trust me, I saw the episode in its entirety.
Yeah. I'm just super happy about that.
Also, thanks for the hosty host.
You're welcome.
Yuck. But
Also,
yeah.
by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually bought 2 Ruby t-shirts a few months ago, and you can bet your freaking booties that I'm wearing it to MagFest.
So, does anyone else besides me realize we're down to like 15 seconds?
Oh my god, are we gonna have a sudden death match?
No, because it has to be an even stock counter, and just that means that Ganondorf's gonna win by time over.
Fair.
That is the second time tonight that the clocks run through.
Or not of the uses the Pummel Smash and Iconics for that, but we got 5 seconds left on it anyways.
So
Oh,
Ganondorf
my-
wins by time over.
Ganondorf, how do you feel about having not even been able to win by knocking him out?
And then he just shoves you to the side and then just walks out of the arena.
Walking over to the built-in bar that we have and go to drink his and go away.
So wait, he goes. So it's like in Breath of the Wild where there's an actual bar in Gerudo Town.
Except this one is literally just attached to the floating island that we exist in.
The floating island. You mean? Oh, I can't call it Smashville because it's just like that's already a stage. What would we even call our own floating island anyway? Smashamania?
I mean, not Angel Island because, well...
That's oh, come on. Sega took that way back in the 90s.
Fair.
What about just Smash Island?
Smash Island. Where Smashers can go to Smash GG Smash all smashing day.
Yeah.
Let's see, what is...
Why did my brain go to a place I didn't think it would?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
When she says that she want to come smash, and she brings all her GameCube controllers.
Ha! You right? I love that so much. Great.
Anyway, speaking of powerhouses,
Next, we have our Total King, Bowser, versus the big bad Dragon Balls of the Space Pirate, Ridley.
So we got 2 dragons facing each other. Okay,
oh
got it.
my god, I just now realized that. I didn't think.
What, Bowser's a fire-breathing turtle and Ridley's just a dragon?
I didn't think of the whole dragon v dragon thing when I made this match. I just like the fact that these two are powerhouses and I wanted them to fight.
Also, speaking of Ridley, if you guys want to go support Derek Bittner of Game Explain with his Metroid movie project, go ahead and support him on GoFundMe.
Do it because Nintendo sure ain't giving any love to Metroid much anytime soon.
Wait. Are you telling me that Bowser is a turtle dragon?
Yeah.
He's a fire-breathing turtle dragon!
Yeah.
We've been over...
Yeah, that's been obvious since like the 80s, man.
So Bowser's apparently Bowser's apparently a dinosaur, Digimon.
Call Bowser a Digimon?
Hmm?
Did you just call Bowser a Digimon?
Yes.
There is literally a Digimon that is a fire-breathing dragon turtle.
I mean, I can believe that. It's Digimon.
Fair.
Oh my god, this stage is like super bright on my TV.
Oh god, it is. It is really bright, especially on my computer screen. Ugh.
It's better on my computer feed, but granted, I have the brightness all the way to the lowest setting.
Yeah, the
This
brightness
is-
is turned down.
Wait, are you guys saying that it looks red to you?
No, it looks bright.
It just looks
yeah.
bright.
It looks like a very bright lime green. Like the
Yeah,
shade of green.
I mean, granted, that's just Game Boy colors, but that didn't look as well either.
It looks like the shade of green of those green Jolly Ranchers.
See, this is a green you do not want to use in when you're creating like graphics or something, guys, because you don't want to hurt the person's eyes.
One of the funny thing, Hannonbow is literally green screenable.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you use the Omega Form stage, that's the easiest way to do it, actually. Battlefield and Omega Form just have a green background, but the thing is, it's the same green shade as a chroma key green screen. So you could literally green screen the background of Hannonbow if you have it on feed.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Evidence thanks to Proton John Smash Herny a couple months ago.
I mean, hell, like, if you use the green screen, you can probably just edit, into the background, Kermit with that sandwich from Subway.
or him just wanting you to drink some of that Wilkins coffee. or even worse, I just edited in some random GIF from 14. It's just like, let's see, looks up Hildebrand GIFs and goes to town.
So guys, have either of you ever had a melted Jolly?
A melted Jolly Rancher?
Yeah, like real melt so bad that it becomes basically a thick liquid.
Why would I ever want to do that?
Yeah, why would I want to do that? Also, Bowser is hanging on with 137 percentage, but there's still 3 stocks.
Rage mode on a powerhouse character can be very double-edged. Sure, you can get knocked out and like with a flick of a finger, but your knockback power is pretty good.
Yeah. Like, Bowser's hanging on.
So first of all, do not ask how I know what melted Jolly Ranchers taste like, but a cough medicine that I've been taking for the past few days because of this hell of a cough I have
Yeah.
really reminds me of melted Jolly Ranchers grape flavor.
Yeah. Dude.
Ew. That's disgusting.
PSA, ladies and gents, if your Jolly Ranchers ever melt, don't ever have them, because that just sounds kind of, what's the word I'm here? No.
No.
Vomit inducing.
It's just a bad thought.
It just sounds very gross. Like, if you melt a Jolly Rancher for, like, decorating purposes on a cake, yes, that's okay.
That doesn't sound bad, actually.
It's
Dude, I've actually seen, like, recipes where people actually take Jolly Ranchers and melt them, and then they, like, crush them up into, like, shattered pieces, like, for, like, shattered glass or something.
I don't know. No. It's called getting curious and accidentally on purpose dropping a Jolly Rancher into a cup of boiling water.
Why would you get accidentally on purpose curious? Why would you be curious about that to begin with?
I would like to admit, I would like to point out at that time I was like 7. Probably young.
Look, Jolly Ranchers are hard enough to eat on their own when they're hard.
Anyway, point is that the cough medicine I've been taking is the thickness of a melted Jolly Rancher. It's grape flavor, which I don't like grape flavored medicine in general, but I
No one
decided.
does.
Who?
I
Dude,
said-
that is like literal gross in a can.
I know, right?
But hey, between cherry, grape, and orange, I'd rather stick with grape because I don't like cherries and I don't want to know anytime soon what an orange cough medicine tastes like.
And going away from cough medicine and very curious ideas. So for an actual real topic of discussion, so now, recently, Ring Fit Adventure did come out, and I would like to say it's actually.
out here according to Andre Sanders of Game Explained.
May I?
Yes.
But Ring Fit Adventure, if I could just say something, so to anyone who's actually watching, if you haven't gotten it and you own a Switch, I do actually recommend it a lot because it works.
What game?
Ring Fit Adventure. It's basically think if Wii Fit was actually a legitimate video game.
And you play that game?
Dude, it's an RPG with exercise. It's a perfect mix. Nintendo, I believe, has mastered the fitness video game with this one entry.
Unfortunately, yeah, I don't have money yet.
Yet. But it's still a really good game though. I mean, like it's been getting raving reviews, and again, don't the people at Game Explained really like it too?
Yeah, like,
I mean, I know Derek does.
yeah, Derek loves it. Andre likes it a lot. He said it was better than Little Town Hero.
Like, that's hard.
John likes it as well. I don't know about Ash, but I think Ash has it as well.
These two are clinging for desperate life.
Oh my god, I know.
Oh. Zero. Oh no, his laptop's going AWOL.
No, my laptop is perfectly fine.
Then what's the shuffling?
Oh, I was trying to readjust my positioning because my head just bashed against the back of my wall.
Oh, we're about almost close to time over, and we have we have last stocks on each. Oh my god, are you kidding me? We're gonna have another sudden death.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sudden death. Battle begin.
Battle done.
The winner is Ridley.
Literally right in the bum.
Yep.
Oh, this is what
I'm
happens
pretty
by
sure that's
going
where
to
it hit,
Twitter.
was right in the bum.
Justin, I'm sending this to you because I know you finished patch 5.1 story, so here you go. You might want to open up the tweet.
Anyway, I know it's a weird time to do it, but I'm going to the intermission screen. Alright, I don't think I have any music playing in this screen. But which song to choose? I have a plethora of new songs now.
Oh my god, that Yakuza 0 one is just like, he just kicks the door open.
That's not from Zero. I think that's from the first game.
I just said Yakuza. I didn't know which one specifically, so I just
okay.
said it.
Let's see. I have a plethora of new songs now, so let's see which one to choose. To any Final Fantasy 14 players, I know you'll love this one.
What are you playing? I can't open it. I can't unmute the stream or else echo is gonna go happen.
To those curious of the title of this song, it is the Final Fantasy XIV remix of one of the best songs from Final Fantasy IX, Vamos a Flamenco.
Yes! Oh my god, I love that song so much. Ah!
And here I am, just sitting here smiling, looking confused as hell.
Seriously though, that song playing with Dancer, oh my god. Wow.
Okay, so its original use in Final Fantasy IX, it was a theme song for the Chocobo Hot and Cold minigame, in which you control you can control the Chocobo, playing this literal game of Hot and Cold, looking for I forget what we were looking for, but I know it was very important because, believe it or not, it was an important part of the quest to get to Ozma of all bosses.
Well, I'll be damned.
Ozma being the super boss of Final Fantasy IX and was incredibly difficult. The only way to weaken him was to play this Chocobo Hot and Cold game, get stronger Chocobos that could, let's see, go up mountains, go over water, go to the sky.
By the way, I would just like to point out, Chocobos are probably my favorite animal in the Final Fantasy universe.
Oh, who doesn't love Chocobos? Like, seriously, they're the cutest things ever!
Crazy people.
You right?
People who love the Moogle more than they love the Chocobo.
Why can't you love both? I mean, the developers do. They made that. Remember that, Chocobo Moogle festival in Final Fantasy 15?
If I said yes, I'd be lying because I don't.
That was a thing, and it was adorable.
Now I'm just reminded of the freaking Chocobo music playing in Monster Hunter World as we're chasing a giant chicken with the Aetherite. Dude, that made me laugh. I don't play Monster Hunter World, but I know people that do, and I watch streams of it, so seeing that for the first time made me just freaking laugh.
By the way, I have seen that piece of dialogue. That's why I tend to talk to the NPCs before talking to the progression NPC. I like that little flavor text.
Yeah, oh my god, I love the X art. Okay, like literally, just, my god, why are people so thirsty for him? It's just like, really, guys? You like him now when he's relevant? I was one of those few people that liked him before he was relevant, you know?
Also, I love how, after going back to the menu, because what I was doing was scanning the Amiibo, and now it's just like, Fighter's Pass now on sale. I'm like, I know that. I have it.
I have the Fighter Pass, you don't have to remind me.
Wow, oh wow, we're going to it in, a surprised Chugga Conroy voice. Wow. Just like when something stupid happens on there and he's just goes into voice cracking mode. It's kind of like, what was it, Pikmin 2 in the submerged castle? When the frickin' water, a bomb activated and blew up most of his troop.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I mean, I don't blame him though. I don't blame him. I probably would have done the same exact thing. Okay. Oh yeah, so you had to befriend all these friendly creatures by giving them specific items, and then each of those items would help weaken Ozma. The last one was possibly the craziest nerf, because so Ozma has this meteor attack that does it has a special element called Shadow. If Ozma initially actually gets healed from shadow damage because it's an all-encompassing attack, it hurts everyone including the caster. But if you befriend all the friendly creatures, then Ozma won't get healed from his own attack. He'll instead actually take damage. Now, you see if Ozma only weren't this jerkish in 14, because I've seen the fight and he looks terrible.
Oh my god, that fight is terrible at times. Just, on a good day, it's fine. On a bad day, it sucks.
Anyway, let's turn that off and head back to the main scene. Dark Knight transition, take me away, and that was quick.
Also, I have a dog.
Hey, streams are always better with cute animals.
You, Inferno, and also Nick, one of you should look at what I just put for my status on the Discord.
Oh, you're using one of the...
For some reason. That's rude.
Hugging each other.
Yeah.
So, it's like he had... No, actually, that would be... Bella, I get it. That would be you if you owned one of the Alpha plushies.
Dude,
Yep.
I still want that Alpha plush in real life. It's still on my favorites wish list.
Let's see what... Okay, there's the next match. Let me just get these out. Zero, if you please, mi amigo.
In this corner, we have Captain Falcon. And in this corner, we have Fox.
Just Fox.
We don't really...
I mean, if you
don't
want to call
really
him
know-
Mozilla Firefox, sure, but...
Mozilla Firefox. That.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ring that bell.
Done.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Do you honestly think that, like, kids nowadays that are using the internet for the first time will ever know what Mozilla Firefox was?
Well, it's still pretty relevant now. I have it. No, they won't know what Internet Explorer is because they renamed it to Edge.
It still sucks.
Yeah. That part hasn't changed.
It
Mm,
still sucks.
How does it suck? It's actually pretty useful when it works.
When it works, but quite honestly, you don't hear of consistency like Chrome or Firefox, really.
Sorry
Yeah.
for her hacking, that was my dog.
And even then, I don't really hear people using Microsoft Edge. I hear them using Google Chrome or Firefox, or for help of the Mac users, we got Safari.
I use Microsoft Edge when I'm trying to access GameStop's website for the sole fact that whenever I go to check my power-up rewards on Google, I get some sort of error saying processing request rewards.
Oh my...
Yeah.
Zero, your technical issues always weird me out.
Hey.
I was about to say, what kind of a technical issue is that?
I do not know.
It's a-
and
It's a very Zero technical issue, I'll leave it at that, because he's had some
Yeah.
really stupid tech issues. Like, he just has a history of it. It's just like, I don't know what's with both him and Dale, but both of their internet's computer problems always seem to range from stupid to downright makes you want to choke the provider.
But on the bright side, it has nothing to do with the laptop itself.
Okay, that's at least a little bit comforting.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of money on this Acer Predator series.
I don't even want to imagine. I've seen laptop prices before, and those things go from my wallet it burns a hole. So just throw it in the incinerator, why don't you?
But simply, its on sale price was $999 on sale.
Good God!
Yes.
I'm just gonna quote everyone's favorite. I'm just gonna quote a little something from everyone's favorite producer from Square, Nightmare.
Hey,
Never.
look at it this way: the Predator Helios is a gaming laptop, so its price is kind of justified.
$999. So that's the freaking sale price.
$1 million.
For $1 million, I better have like 1,000,000 terabytes.
And it also better be able to unfold into multiple screens and float on its own.
It better be able to fly for that kind of price. It literally better be able to turn into a freaking biplane and be able to fly me to freaking Japan.
Oh my god, I just thought of the best thing ever. The best comeback you could give for your ex and you're a complete, total computer nerd. I'll date you again when computers fly.
And then you just open up your computer, press a big blue button that says flight mode, and then it turns into a 50-foot long air jet.
That sounds like a very Back to the Future-esque invention, not gonna lie to you.
It does.
I'm gonna invent, if I invent a time machine, I'm gonna go to the future and invent that and bring it back here for you.
God, I don't really want to talk about time travel theories, because that in and of itself is too much of a discussion. Thanks, Sonic 06.
You're welcome.
Say, Chrono Trigger, but they do it correctly.
By the way, speaking of which, I turn away for 2 seconds to look up my performance metrics, and Captain Falcon's already down to the last stock.
What the frick?
Yep.
Of course, I want to see that the stream's actually running, and yet.
Well, Fox got it. Well, Mozilla lost a freaking stock, so
Okay.
Wait, what just happened there? What the hell was that?
Yeah, I'll be.
The hell is happening this night? I swear to you.
what just happened? Excuse
Well, to explain what just happened, Captain Falcon just got his ass handed to him by a fox.
This stuff is stupid sometimes.
And that's the reason why you do it.
Yeah. I can't predict crap. I can't fix any of these fights.
So, should I introduce the next contestant?
Oh yeah, let's just say things are gonna get very pink.
In this corner, we have everyone's favorite Bombless Vacuum Cleaner, Kobe! And in this corner, the pink puffball that puts everyone to sleep, Jigglypuff!
Puffball
Jigglypuff
versus
and-
Puffy. Puffball versus Puffy. It's gonna be Puffy.
And you know what? You know what they have in common?
The both Pink and Puffy.
Yep, and you can use them as a bowling ball.
But you're right.
And they'll still get back up perfectly fine, by the way.
Yep.
Puffy.
I still remember when I got my ass handed to me by Twy with him using Jigglypuff in the Smash tournament.
Fuck Jigglypuff.
By the way, on the topic of going back to the topic of time travel real quick, am I the only one who, whenever they see time travel in a video game, anime, movie, anything, am I the only one that just starts coming, let's do the time wall?
Oh my god.
It's not just me?
I mean, I never thought of it, but I can see it.
Yep. Like, this character goes time traveling.
I'm more again. By the way, speaking of puffiness, Jigglypuff is actually one of the game's lightest characters. I think only second to Pichu.
Kobe, how do you lose a life without Jigglypuff being the cause of it?
The fact that his up B recovery is not particularly good.
Good point.
I don't know how to do Pichu's voice that well. I'm sorry.
You're just gonna have to find an episode with Pichu in it. I don't know.
Dude, if freaking Sean was in here, he'd be like, stop! Literally, I make one cute sound around that guy, and he's about to explode.
Oh,
Why would-
it's like Travis touchdown. It's just like, Moe.
Why does he tell you to stop whenever you make a...
I don't know. Maybe he's trying not to think too much of the animus.
I don't know.
That's my theory.
It's just been a thing. It's just been like a joke for that thing, you know?
By the way, I just realized, Kobe is at least wearing some sort of clothing.
We are not going into that.
Wait.
Ab-
Are those even feet?
Abort! Abort! No, Zero. You stop right now, or I push you in the corner with Wario.
But Wario's in the dungeon.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, where's Waluigi? Wait, no, I thought you would put Waluigi down there, though. Because he's not tan.
Well, Waluigi's where all the assist trophies are, just ready to be used. Whenever items are on, anyway.
He's in the closet?
No, he's in the Hall of Assist Trophies. It's over there to the left.
Oh, no. Hades had to move that to build his new food.
Well, too bad. Hades is putting his new food court to the right. It's called marketing.
The right is a bottomless. To the right is a bottomless pit. of Despair.
We don't have a bottomless pit of despair.
Oh, no. We got that last week. I haven't installed it yet.
Zero keeps making changes to the facility without telling me.
Inferno! Are we talking about the Hades from Kid Icarus or the other Hades?
Kid Icarus, because I swear. Oh, but
Inferno.
by the way, speaking of which, Hades Misguidance, that latest episode was pretty hysterical.
And Inferno. If you look at the paperwork I leave on your desk, you would know that I notified you.
You put it there when I'm out of office, so you're technically cheating.
No, I literally put it there as soon as I see you walk through that door.
No, yeah, walk out the door.
I mean, dude, you should probably let your girlfriend be the one to pick up the paperwork since you guys live in the same household.
Oh my god. Anyway, Zero, you see, unless I sign that paperwork, changes are not valid. So right now, I am looking at this huge stack that I'm gonna get to after this edition is done. You got me?
Okay, well, good thing the paperwork I gave you is on the top of it.
Why wouldn't it be? It's a... Why wouldn't that be? You see, the desk here on Smash Island is literally like the size of this room.
Now that makes me question what's underneath those papers. Like, what else have you thought about putting into the freaking den?
Well, there's still the few extra rooms needed for whenever the next waves come out. I already have Joker's room all prepared. It's just filled with some of the stuff you can put in his actual attic room.
Does he have a little Morgana, buddy?
No, Morgana's actually
I
there.
actually have the plush that came with a Take Your Heart edition. So yes.
Anyway, Nick, to give you an example of some of the things that are under that pile of paperwork, well, Inferno still needs to approve the installing a hot switch for the female fighter.
Also, Puffball just obliterated Puffy.
That had to be the most what the hell did I just look at finishes of the night. Literally just literally just footstool that you couldn't even get back up. It's just like Jigglypuff's just like, I give up. It's just...
Oh, speaking of Kirby, Kirby wants an all you can eat buffet.
We could talk about changes afterwards, Zero.
Yes,
Zero, if we gave Kirby an all-you-can-eat buffet, it wouldn't be an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Good point.
It'd be an all-I-can-eat buffet.
All
We
Kirby.
can handle the entire cafeteria within a matter of seconds.
We don't have a cafeteria. It's not after that.
Oh dear.
Let's just say it involves Pac-Man, Kirby, and a lot of property.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Did those two get a freaking like talking to them?
What?
Zero, I'm about to put you in the corner for not asserting your authority very well.
I was tied up. Literally.
Exactly my point.
I was tied up, trapped in the closet that day. You put me there because I forgot to put the registry on where they were located.
You want Zero in the closet?
All because I did not prepare Kirby's and Pac-Man's rooms ahead of time.
If you don't see what the next match is, Zero, I'm gonna throw you back in that closet, boyo.
We have Omar, the space alien boy of the post-apocalyptic. And then we have everyone's favorite robot buddy, Rob.
I get it.
I see Mr. Roboto and I'm just reminded of a song that has Mr. Roboto in it, but I can't remember.
We got some Mr. Roboto.
Yes, thank you.
That's why. Hell, I forget which Austin Powers movie did it, but I know it had a character named Mr. Roboto. Also, funny thing is that Olimar in his actual games is about the size of a quarter.
Well, heck.
Well, yeah, that's because in the Pikmin universe, they're literally the size of a quarter.
And then the Pikmin are the size of what? Dimes? Ants?
Small enough to be shorter than Olimar, but at the same time still tall enough to technically still be visible? I mean, I don't know, because when you really think about it, something like a Bulborb or a Bulbear would just be a common bug that we'd squish or something. If you're talking about human to those sizes, but since all of them are the size of a quarter, and they have giant mouths, and all we have are some plant things, we don't have many options with this game.
Fair. Okay, I'm actually gonna dip out now because I gotta help some peeps with finishing up the house in 14. And it'd be a lot easier with communication if we would actually be in an actual VC instead of typing, because let's be honest, typing is not really the best
Jeez,
thing.
you gonna turn this into HGTV Eorzea edition or something?
Well, Snip, when you get sent, I sent you the link to the song that you were about.
I mean, you didn't have to do that, Zero, but thank you.
Oh, believe me.
No
He knows he didn't have to, but believe me, it's Zero.
Fair.
How to describe Zero in 2 words? He's Zero.
That's our Zero. Do 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 do. Bing.
Also, one more thing before I go. Bomb beats winning in front of Dragon 343. Bye!
My goodness.
I wonder how much caffeine she has to, how much sugar she has a day to be that high.
I don't even know what the heck is she doing, but okay.
Maybe she's just one of those.
Anyway, back to the task at hand. Let's see. Okay, just looking at the match card again. Okay. And looking at these two again. Oh my god, how have neither of you killed each other yet?
2 minutes in and no one is dead.
Somebody just hit somebody!
Come on! You people fight, not captains and lessons!
No, quite honestly, every time they do that whole jumpy dance, I just think, ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-ba-da, you know?
Apple sausage.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just doing that stupid dance. Come on, I know the move.
Whenever I start thinking to myself, jump, hit, I start thinking of Volby from Jimmy Neutron.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, it's just like slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, clap, clap.
Ah, Volby.
Volby Straganovsky. Yay! Jimmy fall off good. Oh my god, you got me remembering Volby now. God damn it, Zero.
You're welcome. Oh look, you're tied up again.
I don't think that'll be for long though.
Firing the Mega Beam Cannon. In 3, 2, 1.
Beep. That's just the definition of omae wa mo shinderu.
You know, we're lucky that the arenas themselves are pocket dimensions. Otherwise, that would have destroyed half of the city.
These pocket dimensions are state-of-the-art latest Smash Bros. Technology as supplied by Mr. Sakurai himself.
All hail Sakurai!
Like, I still don't believe that. It's just like no new announcements for any fighters. Yeah, again, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I believe that.
I mean, if anything, if that ends up being the case where there is no new fighter announcement, I think I already have an idea of where it will be.
Real.
And they'll probably, much like Joker, they'll probably announce it at the Game Awards a month from now.
Good point.
I mean, who knows? That might be the case, but we could be wrong. We'll see what happens. Because I'm really curious. So it's just like, we have Terry here, but who is going to be Challenger Pack 5? I don't know. But I can't wait. Some people are saying that Terry is like the least hyped of like all the Challenger Packs just because of all the circumstances, but I may not really have played Fatal Fury, but I'm still excited for Terry.
I never heard of Fatal Fury until Terry was announced.
Hey, and that's fine. I'm just saying, Terry looks like he's gonna be a pretty cool character to play as. So I'm fine with it.
And there goes Omo.
It's just like, woo, I win for once. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
I am the winner.
Okay, Mr. Roboto, back to the corner with you.
No, he's not going in the corner. He's going back to that room over there, where he's gonna enjoy a nice cup of oil.
Which oil? Because you're out of steam oil.
Not that oil, you dolt. The other oil.
Ah! From the oil rig that we discovered in this island?
Yes, from the oil rigs we discovered in the island.
Ah.
And the next thing you know, it's just like... next thing you know, the freaking oil company's just like, BP, open up!
And then we just get Hades and the security to go after them.
Speaking of things barging in, how about we get to the next match?
Good point. Our next match has a dinosaur versus a child. Not the weirdest matchup we had, but let's go with that.
I mean, hey, we have been getting a lot of, like, you know, callback matches here, but now we have a Smash 64 callback because Yoshi and Ness are part of the original 12 from the very first Smash Brothers game.
So they're legacy.
Yep, their legacy.
So let's see who will lose.
Oh god damn it! Oh my god, I hate random sometimes.
And
There's like over 100 kinds of stages.
there's 100+ stages. I'm gonna pick this one twice in a row.
Not in a row, but it already picked it earlier in the night, so I don't get this game's RNG sometimes. And what the hell was that?
Apparently, Ness doesn't have as good control of his psychic abilities as he thought.
Granted, Ness and Lucas' recovery is very risky.
They're Dodo Born.
They're not as Dodo Bird as Mac because they at least can get some good air. But if you don't, like, again though, is that you're taking quite a risk when you have to recover as Ness or Lucas because of that PK Thunder.
Yep.
If this were anywhere green, Derpshi would blend in.
It's already bad enough that I'm having a hard time keeping track of things.
Oh please, I can keep better track of stuff than an 8-player Smash. And oh my god, there goes my TV again with the brightness.
Their TV has issues.
Well, it has that stupid auto brightness feature.
Ah.
Oh, and here comes the Yoshi Stampede! Oh my god, it's essentially like the freaking Smash Brothers version of Long Live the King.
Long live the king! Long live the
No, you don't get it, do you?
Not really.
Lion King,
Ah.
the Stampede. I hate to bring up that bad memory from many childhoods, but yeah.
Yep. Inferno. Ruining childhood by opening old scars.
Oh please, Disney will do it themselves with those bad live-action remakes.
Inferno. Did you think of the horrible pun on me? Horrible joke on me. Opening up old scars.
But believe me, I saw it. You should have. As I was saying, my rebuttal though, I'm just thinking to myself, God damn it, Zero.
You probably have that look of disgust from that
No, not really.
Oh, so you don't have that look of disgust?
No, because that was actually a cleverly thought out pun.
Thank you. Which is weird because I am horrible at puns.
Okay. I can understand Yoshi doing a bit of a jump because of that flutter jump. But these two are just like, I got my moon shoes.
Yeah, I got my moon shoe and I'm dancing around.
Dancing with myself. I'm dancing with myself. I'm
Well, it
dancing.
would only work if it was like a mirror match or something.
I'd have to have two of the same amiibo though, and I really don't.
Calling. Bayonet and bayonet.
Okay, okay. At least with that though, that's a different like variety, because at least with those are different designs.
Not by much.
Not by much, but still, you know what I mean. Oh,
Pokemon Trainer with the Charizard amiibo.
those are different amiibo at least. You see, it's not my fault that they decided to just make it the same character like 4 different times.
Or better yet, those work perfectly when we do things like having my ice versus your ice, my Robin versus your Robin.
By the way, speaking of which, we were on the last actual match of that card. our last sanctioned match of the night, and it's actually not it's not a twofer. No, you see, 2 is such a couple. 3 though is a party.
3. 2 is lonely. 3 is a party. And this party consists of everyone's favorite dragon princess, Corin! And our second fighter consists of the witch herself, Bayonetta, player 2.
Yep, it turns out that the other variation of Bayonetta has come back from the ether.
And then, player 3, Inkling herself!
Whom again I appropriately named Futaba because, like, if I didn't make the joke, someone else would.
Yep. And so we have a dragon, a witch, and a squid child.
It's an all-female battle royal here tonight.
You can smell the estrogen in the air. Like the sight of the not used to.
Oh man.
I'm mentally slapping my slap. And
Wait,
look at
the hell's the song that's
speed.
playing?
What?
Wait. I'm trying to hear for the song that's playing, the like boss battle song 1. It sounds like it's from Brawl, but whatever.
Isn't this Final Destination?
Yeah, but there's like a lot of songs though that could be played.
Yes. Isn't it kind of ironic that our last NC match is on the final stage?
Well, that's because I selected it that way.
Oh, you didn't do random?
No, I actually have FD turned off from the random selection because imagine getting Final Destination like in the middle of the night, you know?
Ah.
Yeah, which would suck, so I don't do that. I also just turned off Flat Zone because I don't like its music. So yeah, it is a free-for-all here. Once again, 3 stocks, 7 minutes. The only item on is the Smash Ball. Whoever loses all 3 stocks is eliminated from the match, and it will just be the last 2, depending on who it is.
Yep.
Anything goes. And Bayonetta has activated her Witch Time, but can she pull it off? Probably not, because she keeps jumping around. You think after all of the mirror match training that you do with an amiibo, they'd learn how to use a Final Smash?
Yep, but hey.
Hey, what?
You can't always count on these dogs doing what they should. They're rebels to the end.
Yeah, so is everything else for... Yeah, so is every other amiibo then, if that's the case.
True.
Because that's just what they keep doing.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least none of them rebelled against you. Otherwise, we would have been kicked out of this island.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Smash Brothers has, I mean, if we're going by the, like, Melee through Smash 4 variants, they're all trophies that, like, you know, get activated and become the fighters. Now, imagine that happening with your amiibos instead and start doing battle. Considering that I have the whole Smash collection by far, just think of the collateral damage.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, it'd be a battle to end off battles. It's like legendary. It's just some of them alone right here. Let's just imagine someone just got on this table. I mean, you got Inkling, Ridley, Bayonetta, Cloud. Like those few alone would just cause like this whole room right here to probably burst in flames. And then immediately take it out with Corrin's water.
Corrin alone could probably destroy the whole house.
Like I said, think of the collateral damage. And granted, you kind of really are.
Alright. We are 4 minutes in and everyone has 2 stocks. Well, not now.
No, it's still 2.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
yeah, no. Gamora was really close, but like it was just off the 100%. So Kamui stayed in by a hair.
Kamui so knew how to take a hit.
That's for sure.
But hey, look at her back.
Very
Princess-
true.
Princess Dragon, wielder of a chainsaw sword called the Yapa.
What was that again? What's the final form called again? The Omega Yato?
Yep.
Ha, I was right.
It looks like a chainsaw.
Well, yeah.
You know what's better than regular sword? A chainsaw.
A chainsaw sword, exactly.
Someone come up with a better idea of buildings that shoot chainsaw. What about chainsaw bullets?
Okay, now what the heck? Chainsaw bullets.
You know the anime Code Geass?
It has chainsaw bullets, doesn't it?
No, but there's a version of Code. There's an abridged version of Code Geass. So chainsaw bullets are different.
There's more soup! Where are you? I'm at soup! What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup! What store are you in? I'm at the soap store! Why are you buying clothes at the soap store? Fuck you! Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know that you mentioned Code Geass Abridged, someone's gonna make the joke. It's like the joke though, isn't it, at this point?
The whole soup store? Yeah.
Yep.
And by the way, I just sent you the part of the video of
Chainsaw bullets.
Yep.
Is it just me or were they ganging up on Futaba?
They're ganging up on her, like. But look at it like this. Somehow, despite being ganged up on, Futaba has the most stock.
I mean, she's holding on, but like, you know, a good flick. And it evens out.
A good flick.
A good flick.
As long as if Corrin just aims her stupid dragon lance at the correct angle, Futaba would be out of here in a moment.
Into the void. Okay, X-Death.
Oh, hell, the magic scroll!
The magic conch.
Actually, I was making a Toy Story one.
That's more like the claw.
Ooh.
4,
8
3,
seconds.
2, 1.
Ooh. The Squid Girl wins.
She holds on with a time over, much like the first match of the night. We ended again with another time over, and she wins it by holding on with one more stock than the rest of her competitors.
Now then, hopefully we can clear the air of the accident and magic.
Why don't we do that at intermission? Here, enjoy Whisper of the Land from Final Fantasy XIV. What was known as the old theme of the Black Shroud back in 1.0, but it is now a town theme in Shadowbringers. A very nice and calming theme.
Imagine you say something like that, and then suddenly the theme just sounds something out of a Kiss song.
Oh my god. Now I'm imagining a metal remix of this song, just like... It's just like... Dun, 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 dun. God, it reminds me of that one Sonic short where it's just like... Sonic's about to... Like, Sonic and his band about to play, but then they start going all metal. And Knuckles is the only guy in the crowd, and he's like... His jaw is just wide open.
You got
the fighting gloves. They're yellow.
Yeah. You got the speed shoes. They're useless.
That's the magic hands are useless. You got a ring. You got another ring. You got the iron boots. You got a tombstone. You got the Omochao gun.
You got the useless shoes. You got
Oh my god. Just looks at him. You got a serious spinal condition from carrying too much junk.
Well, come on! You might as well give me gloves to say okay on them. You got these gloves.
But yeah, oh my god, that's a throwback. Sonic shorts. All right, whose idea was anyway?
Sonic shorts. The best way to get amusement from Sonic.
Okay, who the hell puts springs in the middle of a forest?
Obviously, Aiden.
Alright, so that's the end of our sanctioned match card, but I am actually going to end the night with a little bit of a treat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, our next free review is Soul Survivors. Now, the thing about that is that one of the main draw is, of course, the Soul Survivors Squad Strike match. I would like to take this moment here to actually go over Squad Strike. Squad Strike consists of 3 different rule sets. Best of, where the members of each team are randomly pitted against each other in a 1v1 match, and whoever wins earns a point for their team. Simple enough. Then you have elimination, in which one member goes and another member goes. Whoever wins stays in and has a part of their damage healed, but they have to keep going either until they get knocked out or they keep knocking out other members of the team, of the opposing team. And of course, the piece of resistance, tag team, which each fighter acts as their own stock. And you keep going until all are eliminated. I figured, as a little sneak preview of what's to come, I am going to end this off with a 3v3 Squad Strike.
Ooh.
And we will be using the elimination rule set. And just because I really like the music of Smash Brothers, we're going to do this on good old Battlefield.
The classic.
Yep, so like I said, 3v3 and 5-on-5. I remember seeing this on that one Smash Direct, and I'm just like, this is one of the best ideas ever. Thank you, Sakurai. And again, the greatest thing is, you can use Amiibo figures in this mode. I love this idea so much.
Thank you, our Lord and Savior. Bye.
So yeah, anyway, I'm going to pick some Amiibo from this table, and I'm going to put them on each team. Right now, we got Cloud. Right, unfortunately, I can't just prepare the scanning. I have to keep doing it for each individual one. You know, why don't we just have it all guys with swords? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be Team Sword. It's gonna be Team Swords. No, not make everyone CPU. Make everyone Amiibos.
To make this even better, how about you have the red team be Morph, Ike, and Warren? The Fire Emblem squad versus the other swordsmen.
Oh, Zero, your idea is so much better.
See, even I have great ideas sometimes.
I like this idea. It's just gonna be a clash of swords.
It's going to be a battle of swords. You know, the Fire Emblem.
This is literally the... Wait, Zero, this is literally the definition of, he's got a sword. You idiots.
Idiot.
We all have swords.
Oh.
That's literally what this is.
So who's playing the part of a blue?
You said the other sword wielders.
Oh, so...
Oh wait, who's Abu? I don't know. Diddy Kong?
But Diddy Kong doesn't have a sword.
Right, but anyway, here are two teams here in the Elimination Squad Strike match. We have on the red team Ike, Marth, and Roy, and on the blue team we have Cloud, Toon Link, and Corrin.
Okay, in this case, I think Corrin would be our Abu because he's the closest thing to a part, animal. Except
Anyway, so after that, you can actually select the order of who goes first. Or you could do what I'm going to do, and you can press the X button to let the game decide for you. I feel like this way is going to make it a lot more fair. There, I couldn't fix it. Alright, so here we are with our first lineup. We have Marth and Cloud going first. Alright, here we go. Skip this battle. If you skip, your FPs won't gain experience. Why would I do that? No, don't skip this battle, you numbnut. Alright. Let's go. We have Marth versus Cloud in the first match of the Elimination Squad Strike match. Now, once again, I'll reiterate the rule, is that whoever wins stays in the match with some of their damage percentage healed up, but that could mean that they're either going to be a sitting duck or just a chip on the shoulder. And they say until either they knock out all members of the opposing team or they're knocked out themselves.
imagine if how Cloud, one of these two survives against the opponent and then beats the other two.
I mean, if you play well enough like yourself, it's actually not too difficult to knock out all other members of the team. But it can get crazy though when you rack up the damage and I believe only 30% of your total damage is healed up. And considering how these two are going so far, it's not going to be as much as you think, depending on who wins.
Yeah. And Cloud has and he...
I call that, that's what I call a frame perfect dodge.
Yep. Literally missed by a huge...
And that's game for that.
Hey, Inferno, you can say that it was pixel perfect.
Alright, next up, we got Roy vs. Cloud. Cloud still survives in, but of course, only 30% of his damage is gone, which means that Roy has quite an advantage over him.
You know what's ironic?
What's ironic?
One has a cape, one doesn't.
Nuggets.
And both of their hair are bright color.
Nuggets. This is gonna be it, just no capes.
That Roy has a cape.
Oh my god. Well, at least in the video game, capes don't get in the way if you're walking or running.
Good point. But there's also the fact that these heroes know how to use fate properly.
It seems that 59% damage that Cloud had at the beginning of the match is not doing well for him because right now he is backed into a corner.
Yep.
And that corner just straight up falling on top of him. Because Roy survives in the next match, but now he's got to deal with Toonboard.
So, how does this work out?
Well, Roy had less than 30% damage, so he's fully healed up and ready to go.
Ain't that sad?
Ain't that about something, but we'll see who survives in the next one. Roy has had a pretty good night tonight.
I'll say.
Beating Marth in a match by quite a hair, and now he's surviving this much into this squad strike match. It's quite an amazing feat. He's doing a lot better than I thought he would. And he got him on a whiff. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Is that a technical victory?
That's a technical knockout, yeah.
Wow. Now we have a princess
Now,
versus.
but can the hero of the Binding Blade dethrone the Dragon Princess of Three Kingdoms?
Hey, by the way, do you think there's actually anyone who is second phase off his path?
At this point, Fates came out like 3 years ago.
Yep.
Well, actually, I think a little over 4 if you count Japan's release date.
Good point.
So, not knowing Fates' story is kind of hard to do. You could just look it up.
Yeah.
So which blade will prevail in the end? We'll see now.
So, if there was one person, one member of royalty you would not want to go to war against, I would have to say it would be Corey. You would not want to go to war against Thor. Because 3 kingdoms that he can get the army done. Plus, he turns into a giant freaking dragon.
Yeah, and even then, besides, some of the units that she can get with are like really broken in general if you know how to use them right. I mean, she starts out with a freaking singer first, which can give you an extra turn.
Yep.
It's just like, oh yeah, I already have Ozra in your party, huh? It's like, oh yeah, you can just get an extra turn, mostly whenever you want.
Did you know there is a mod in Fire Emblem Fates that allows you to have the female foreign marry a Zora? Excellent.
Not surprising.
And this mod still allows you to get all 3 kids.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yep, gives you access to male and female conduct as long as Shigoro.
And it's down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. It is down to the wire.
Yep.
Only one member remaining on each team. It's a score of 2-2. This is the decider.
The princess versus the mercenary.
The radiant hero of legend.
Versus the queen of 3 kingdoms.
I thought she was the princess of 3 kingdoms.
Well, technically she's the princess of 2 kingdoms and the queen of 1 kingdom. Especially if we're going by posting projects of for game.
The Dragon of the Royal Crown. I know it's a longer title, but it's still pretty ambiguously good.
Yeah. Or if you want to get overly technical and complicated, because she killed her own father, she's now the dragon goddess of her universe.
Let's just go with the obvious thing, the Fire Emblem Showdown.
Yep.
Or if you want to get technical, the Shield of Flame Showdown, but granted, that's just because they can never decide what to call the damn thing in the game. One game they're calling it the Fire Emblem, one game they're calling it the Shield of Flames. We get it. Just pick a name and stick to it. Like, my gosh, guys. Oh, 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 wait, is this it? Is this it?
And the Princess Queen wins!
Victory goes to the blue team in a clinch victory by Corrin.
She proved that dragons are the supreme species.
Considering that this match was between two former champions, I couldn't have thought of anything better right now. That was a thing of beauty. Also, by the way, speaking of which, people, since patch 6.0 is coming out real soon, save your replays as videos. If you have anything that's particularly good, save it. That way you'll have it forever.
And ever to the end of time.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and with that out of the way, that will be it for this edition of Amiibo Fight Night Ultimate. Next time we see you with some good old Super Smash Brothers, it will be with our next free for view, Soul Survivors. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be great, and most of all, will we see a new champ by the end of the night, or will the grand champ of the first Mania, a title that can never be taken from him, by the way, reign supreme once more? Well, we'll see eventually, whenever we get to it anyway. Alright, Zero, do you have anything to say to the crowd before we go?
Let's hope we can keep collateral damage down to a minimum this next time.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Alright, until the next time, ladies and gents, I'm Inferno.
And I'm Zero.
We truly are sole survivors of this night.
Yeah. We're the survivors of managing to do this whole stream.
Yep.
With only up for an hour.
Alright, and until next time, ladies and gents, have yourselves a fantastic night. And